Hi, my name is Axel Erickson, and my two words are indifference and captivated. I chose the word indifference because I thought it really appropriately described kind of my view of who God was, kind of my opinion of Him growing up. I would say I knew who Jesus was pretty much all my life. Like, I'd say I was a Christian all my life. Growing up in church, I learned that Jesus died on the cross so that people could be with God in heaven. So I knew a lot of good things. But kind of all through that, I was kind of living for pleasure, living for things that would please me here and now. Something that I don't think was unique to me. It's part of our society that we live in now, but that really took hold in me. And when I looked at kind of church things, I didn't see immediate pleasure that I wanted, and so I didn't identify. I was indifferent to a lot of church things, and indifferent to God. And so that's kind of who I was in high school. I kind of was this good Christian kid at times, but lived for pleasure outside of that. And that went okay. I don't know. I wasn't desiring anything else at the time because I didn't know anything better. So I came to college. I came to this big school, non-Christian school. I wanted kind of nothing to do with it at the time. I went to this thing called Crew one Thursday night, and the thing that I gradually realized as I kept going over and over again was that these people, not only did they go to church, but they loved Jesus. And that was kind of crazy to me, mind-boggling. How or why would they love Jesus so much? Kind of over the process of a week or a year and a half, I kind of discovered a lot of that for myself. It was kind of proposed to me that if Jesus was who he said he was, would you follow him? And so as I was thinking about it, if he was really real, and what he said was true, that had major implications on my life as the more I looked into it. So I explored that. I read the Bible. I saw what he said, and it's undisputed that Jesus was a real historical figure. And so if the things that he said were true, then he was the Son of God. Then he did die on the cross for my sins now, for my future sins. And that was crazy to me. The more I explored that, and so what it took for me was to take a leap of faith, to follow him, to actually trust that what he said was true. So I remember one conference when I was like, Lord, I'll follow you if this is true, and I can happily say that. I mean, to this day, I still think it's true. I still think what Jesus said 2,000 years ago holds true. God's promises are true, and that's the hope that I have in God now. And so all of that kind of just captivated me. That's why I was just so enamored in what Jesus said. So for me, it was a simple kind of just calculation. If he was alive and if he said was true, then he has to be king. He has to be Lord. And so for me, it was kind of finding that out, and I'm glad I did. And those are my two words.